お、早いね。続きやってくよ。間違った。ニューゲームじゃねえ、コンティニューだ。
Look at these two simpletons. They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes. For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them.
特に挨拶とかないけど、普通にぬるっと始めていくよ。いいよね。答えは聞いてない。っていうかこれ結構ストーリー 2,3 日置いちゃったら忘れちゃいそうなんだよな。で、あれじゃろ、この砂時計マークは次元式なんだろ、期間限定イベントみたいな感じらしいから、こういうの無視して進めちゃってもいいんだけど、こういうサブクエストみたいなのあるとどうしても行っちゃうよね。 RPG とかでも横道行けないタイプ。彼女を探しに行く勇気はなかった。何の匂いだ？死体？タバコとウイスキー？普通に部屋がくせえのか。ラベンダーの香りっていうとあれだよね。時をかける少女。イバネス城っては前回出てきたインパラの女の人だっけ？おお、インパラ。匂いでわかんのか。
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound. The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
あれ、コメントとか無理にしなくても大丈夫だよ。モニカ。やっぱモニカって言われちゃうと DDLC の方を思い出しちゃうよな。
Let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
Really want?
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and.
お疲れ様。さすがに最近のゆずきさんの激務っぷりにはちょっと優しくしてあげるレベルにはまだ心残ってるよ俺。で、ここでまあとりあえず特に前回から部屋の中で探せるものの選択肢増えたりはしてないよね。まあ見た目下手なってのは、お、いらっしゃい、何見てきたのかなーってとか、こういう風に好きなものリストを見てって何見てきたか表示されないパターンってのもあるのか。言うても今回のこの配信チキンポリスに関しては好きなものリストとあんま関係ないからな。申し訳ねえ。最後にここに来たのはいつだっけ？モリーが去った時、これ説明欄の前回のまとめみたいなの書こうと思って気づいたんだけど、元奥さんなのかそれともまだ離婚しなくて別居中なのかまだ特に言及されてないよね。どっちなんだろう。それともあんま関係なく普通に話が進んでいくパターンなのか。大きな肉の盾が欲しい時だけじゃなくてあれでもこのマーティってショットガンでダニーの方を撃ったんじゃなかったっけ？ I will call anyone. 新機能を尋ねる。ツアーリクラブに関して。
You know it's not my style. It's too fancy for me.
煙くて臭くて今にも崩れそうな居酒屋が好きと。
Yeah, same here.
日本でいう居酒屋に相当するのってこう欧米圏だとどういうとこなんだろう。こうバーみたいな若干おしゃれなのしかないイメージがあるな。おしゃれなのしかないっていうと違うけど、こうなんとなく洋風になっちゃうとどんなに汚くてもおしゃれ度が無条件に底上げされる気がする。お、いらっしゃい。うん。昨日は完全なサイドゼロのモノクロだったから、ほんで画面に溶け込みすぎちゃってたから、今日は90ぐらいまでにしたよ。
Maybe I was bored, or maybe there's more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's better than anyone.
So the Tsar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all?
Let's get it on fire.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
あ、大晦日って英語での言い方ニューイヤーズイブなんだ。
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah. If you say so.
If you say so. 俺の拳銃。ああ、引き出しから前拾ったあれね。そうだ、こいつ銃に名前つけるんだ。
Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah. And so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy.
フルメタルジャケットのゴーマーパイルは確かシャーリーンっていう風に名前つけてたよな。それを思い出した。
Oh, if you only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers, Marty.
あ、普通に会話の内容が面白いっていうか普通に読んじゃってたけど、この尋ねるだから中にヒントとかあったかもしんねえのか。ちょっとそれはあんま考えてなかったな。
Well, the floor's creaking a bit when you shift your weight, so
You're an asshole.
Asshole.
You have what we came for?
I just want to look around a little. I'm ready.
準備パートってわけね。
Then grab your map and let's hit the road.
地図を掴んでってことは地図をどっかで拾うのか。
You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong, of something bad on the horizon.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
No shit.
My wife took all the good ones. She knew.
あ、これは読んだ。
A long time ago, when an animal was starving, they bit someone. Worst case, they killed or ate them. That's being a predator.
捕食者の差があって君らは非捕食者の側なんじゃないのかい？
What are you getting at?
Well, it's not the case anymore. Animals are eating each other out of pleasure. It's a poison. They're losing their minds.
Sonny. We just got old. That's all.
It's not that simple, Marty.
If you say so.
チキンではモスチキンの方がケンタッキーより好き。あれこれ前回言ったような気がするな。
I'm gonna clean up here one day. Yeah, and one day the sun's gonna explode too. I'm gonna clean up. I suppose 2 shots was enough for today. At least until we learn what this Natasha woman really wants.
何倍でやめとこうっていうやつに限ってそれでやめられるわけがねえんだ。
At least until we learn what this Natasha woman
Have you started on your great novel yet?
I've already started working on my will, but I realize I'd have to leave everything to you, so cluck that.
Huh. Pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like old socks and bourbon.
You'll have to earn it first, Marty. Maybe I'm really gonna write that. Just a bunch of useless crap.
まさか地図って言ってこの地球儀っぽいのを持ってくわけじゃないよな。あとは写真と寝室の扉。
Would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure, you could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised? When was the last time you've
例え
slept
ば
in your
鶏っ
bedroom?
てゴキブリ食うよ
I
な。
don't know.
虫だし
I'm not sure I'd even recognize it anymore.
You're
食い物に困ることはないのか。どんなに困窮しても。
Yes, you're right.
この世界観の中じゃ食ったら犯罪になるかもしんなくはあるけど。
So this is them.
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a weird kid, which ain't surprising.
お、新しい世界情
All I
報
had was with the white wolf and super squirrel.
The
Super
White
East.
Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville and the whole let's live together in peace bullshit seemed like an unattainable dream.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if
Oh,
you had
ガンガン増える
ended
ね。
up in Clawville? Maybe you'd even be happy?
Perhaps.
Those guys were something, huh?
Nowadays, I don't know what they were, or what I believed they were.
Say, Bossbird, did you read poetry now?
No. Why?
Because you're going nuts.
Well, thanks.
The old days. You know,
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
セレブリティコプス。
nah, the work, the buzz, the phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in Clawville.
ああ、ここの警官ってはそういう風な、こう、立ち位置なんだ。
It's like it wasn't even us.
You're not becoming sentimental, are you?
No, I mean, we were suckers for sure, but looking back now, I feel at least we knew what we wanted.
I still know what I want.
And what do you want, Marty?
A lovely wedding and a long honeymoon. Laura deserves it.
A rooster's never gonna be police chief, Marty. Not at this time. Not in this place.
所長はこうやっぱ犬なんだ。警
Thanks
官
for
っては
putting。me in my place all
う
the
わ
time. I hope you don't call me again for another 5 years. Ah, man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you ever had, huh?
Shut up, Marty.
シャラマリー。
Sure. She was the one, right? I mean, the one.
Marty, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a single word. Are we clear?
Jeez, calm down, boss bird. I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather? I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, boss bird.
There are things better left undisturbed. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Who's that shaggy creature?
That's MB Davis, you bird brain.
おお、鳥頭、バールブレインって言ったね。
Politician?
向こうでも鳥頭って悪口になるんだろうか。
Am I gonna have to smash your beak?
Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is.
例えば世界観の方でこう宗教がどうこうってあったけど、 キリスト教とか仏教がないんだとしたら、それ由来のことわざとか言葉とかもなくなるのかね。町で最も大きな権力と富を有する動物によって創設された民間組織。867年の火災で黒ビルはほぼ全壊の状況であったが、野生の新時代が介入。その資産と影響力を用いて町を再建した。その利他的な行為から彼らは英雄として見られるようになる。一方、火災は実は彼らの仕業なのではないかという国家規模の陰謀論を唱える者もいるが、真実がどうであったかにせよ、それが明らかになることはないだろう。で、アビリアってのが鳥類のみが暮らす国。風光明媚で現代的な土地であり、民主的議会制によって統治されている。2つの海に面しており、その大陸の大部分は空輸、金融、空軍戦力によって構成されている。多国関係においてはほぼ全方面で中立を保っており、肉体戦への介入を除けばその外交的立場は現在も変わっていない。肉体戦。これの見出しが The Great Fire of 黒ビルか。戦後に伴う経済危機を経た893年、ヤクザ年、黒ビルの大部分が火災によって消失する。ラットベル地区から発生した火はタイムズ川、なんかニューヨークっぽいね、をもってしてもその勢いを弱めることはできず、黒ビル全域が豪華に包まれたのである。市街は小路化し、最近はほぼ全土にわたって行われることとなった。これは、レザー&ファー。革と毛皮。これはそのままか。かつては高級ファッションの一角であったが、今日こと黒ビルにおいては本物の革や毛皮を目にすることはほとんどない。現時点ではまだ禁止ではないが、たとえ購入できる財力を持っているとしても所有していること自体が嫌悪の対象になりやすい。地図をひっぺがしてってあったけど、地図を本当にどっかから拾ってくるわけではないっぽいのか。
You have what we came for?
I just want to look around a little.
All right, Sonny. Then grab your
今の世界観情報とかの回収パートだったのかな。ポップドッグはなんだっけ。ポップドッグにはさっきと同じ警告があった。まだ引き返せるぞ。俺の視線は店の巨大な犬をかたどった看板のあたりを漂った。まるで安いホットドッグ、プラスチックなハンバーガー、水増しされたコーヒーを無限で生み出せるネオンの光の神様だ。冷めた明かりは俺を呼んでいたが、俺は車を出る気にはなれなかった。店の中に入れば俺たちは冷たいシロップで貼り付けられたパンケーキ同然。マーティーの心配そうな顔が俺を10校から引っ張り戻す。クソ。また一人ごとがくちばしに出ていたかなんだ。巣箱ってのは、ホテルのことかな。昆虫族ゲットになる前。
And the hop dog had the best pancakes in the entire city.
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress, I imagine it's all gone downhill.
True.
また新しいのが増えた。
That's right. I have no idea what
ゴミパンダ。
doing with it, and I don't want to know, but its aroma is unbeatable.
Roachtown always gives me the creeps.
Hey, don't call it that. It's not okay. Whatever happened here, it's still the cop.
ゴキブリ町は正式な食工地区
Old
なのか。
memories.
We used to live here a while with my mother. There used to be a small ice cream shop around here and a baker. The whole area smelled like fresh bread. Smelled like home.
How could we turn it into a slum?
Good question.
で増えたのはジップがアライグマのオス。良き友と化したかつての敵。 こいつは元は真剣な犯罪者だったが、裏社会から追い出された。今ではボロボロになった道路脇のダイナーで、この町一番のコーヒーを出している。ああ、それと、警察の情報屋としても意外と役に立っている。アライグマだよな。っていうことは、パンダってのは別にいんのか。ああ、虫だ。ちゃんと足が6本と、虫で手が4本、2対あるから、ネックが2本になってるのか、これ。細かいな。はい、男。かわいそうな野郎だ。見た感じ、そこまで押しぶれちゃいないだろう。学校勤務だった頃はお前だって覚えてるだろう。野生の神々にかけて思い出させないでくれよ。こっちは毎日忘れようとしてるんだ。あれから悪化の言ったら、ボールのホールは聞いてるだろう。それはな、また大火災が起きたらどうなるのかってみんなビビってる。あそこのスヤはとにかく燃えやすいからな。言うなよ、マーティ。とはいえ、昆虫関連の問題はどう解決すべきなのか、俺にはさっぱり見えん。うん。やっぱこのメッセージウィンドウ、いつ長い文章が出てきて流れちゃうかっていう風に気にしながら読むのはかなり難易度高えな。読みにくい。
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
Maybe he can't understand what we're saying.
Or he just doesn't want to talk to us. Which I can understand, considering how most of the animals treat these poor bastards.
Indifference is almost as harmful, Sonny.
You think I'm indifferent about the insect issue?
昆虫族問題。まあ人種問題みたいなもんか。
I'm not indifferent. I just think we've simply gone too far to even make it right.
It's never too late to change, Sonny.
I hope you're right.
話しかけてみる
Hey, pal.
なあ、そこの。ハエ男。このハエ男はハエ男ってだけで固有の名前とかないんだ。
Can you hear me?
喋ん
Is
ね
he deaf?
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm
言
saying.
語の違いとかもあるの
Or he
ね。
doesn't want to.
That's also very likely.
古い
Does
車。
this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
It's sad that everything's rotting away.
It is, especially a beauty like that.
名品ってことはある程度見る人が見たら分かる感じにはいい車名の通った車種ではあるのかな。
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
他はパンケーキの神様、看板か。
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always
あれって
wondered.
本当に犬なのか。
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray. Who said that?
A natural-born genius?
Yeah, right. That sign gives me the creeps.
I'm not surprised.
確かによく見るとっていうか、よく見れば見るほど犬には見えねえや。絵のタッチはなんかカップヘッドとかっぽいよね。We don't serve bugs here.
Of all that's furry.
虫けらどもお断りってか
Is
い
this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler district are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. But
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They
お
sell
ー、
gourmet food.
子供を売って
Most expensive
ダウンタウ
restaurants.
ンの最高級レストランじゃグルメ向けの食い物。
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty.
虫って考えると人間からしたらまあ気持ち悪いかもしんねえけどな、こいつら鳥だしな。ありかもしれん。
Zip is a tricky little son of a bitch. He always has been.
Me neither, Marty. But maybe this neighborhood changed him. Or the city.
Yeah, maybe.
カップヘッドっぽいっていうか、あれ多分アメリカのこう昔ながらのアニメの絵柄ってこんな感じよね。こう古いミッキーとか蒸気船ウィリーとかのところの絵柄ってこんな感じ。
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is bad luck.
That's for sure.
実績を解除。昔のよしみ。ここに来ると解除される系かな。落書き。バック・ザ・キング。
What insight? Wise words. Wise words.
こっちは
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Where all the colors go? ミッキーより前からいた。なんかミッキーの前にいたキャラクターがいたってことだけは知ってるけど、そこまで詳しくわかんないやで。Where all the colors go ってことは、このモノクロの世界自体に関して言ってんのかな。演出でモノクロに見えてるだけなのかと思ったけど、
The highlight of
もしかしたら
my day.
世界自体がそういうこと？
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
ゴミパンダの小汚い身なりってことはやっぱこのなんだっけ、ジップがゴミパンダなのかな。
This will do.
Until tomorrow morning, at least.
That's right.
アライグマよね。レッサーパンダじゃないよね。ジュークボックス。おお、いろいろ聞けるんだ。これが今流れてんのがこの手一杯の羽なのかな。ん？押しても変わらんな。あ、下に操作ってあるけど。あ、このボタンをちゃんと押さないとダメなのね。これが死んだハエは物言わず。で、手一杯の羽がこれはタイトル画面のやつか。やれるもんなら食らってみろ。さっき流したやつだね。初めから流れてた曲だ。この街は燃えている。しっとり系ね。で、疑念の陰り。推理パートっぽいやつか。で、公僕は必ずしも犬にあらず。これは警察署の時に流れてたやつかな、タイトル的に。やっぱり。他にタイトル出てないところは押しても 特に反応はないのか。他なんか押せるところはないっぽいね。初めの曲に戻しておこう。ポスター。
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
オウム野郎。
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
あ、鳩なんだ。
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
どっからどこまでが冗談？ちょっと今のジョークはわからなかっ
In
た。
another life, I'd love to be a rock star.
You're already one, Marty.
Ah, thanks, boss.
メニュー。
You still don't eat meat, old man?
今も肉を食わないってこと
I'm a
は、
rooster, a chicken. Why the
ああ、
hell would I
鶏
eat
だからか。
meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic.
代理肉。
Substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
現実でも今、ライズミート結構あるよな、
Why
でも。
would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
ここ10年ぐらいでだいぶ美味しくなったよね。
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's
うん、
tasty,
謎
why wouldn't I eat
肉みたいなやつで。
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
謎肉みたいなのが普通に男用みたいな感じで袋に詰まったやつとかも最近じゃ
it?
結構よく見かける
Ooh,
し。
a nice pancake with hemp seed, chocolate, and black onions?
I'd rather have somebody pull my beak off.
Ah, you used to be more daring.
Yeah, and my back didn't hurt either.
Furry heavens, it's depressing being around you, boss bird.
昔は大豆ミートっていうとああいうのあんまなくてね、こう缶詰に入った妙に白っぽいソーセージみたいなのとかを、それでもこう普通のスーパーにはあんま売ってないぐらいなもんだった。偽肉とも呼べる代理肉は自然界における肉の消費、捕食の必要性、家庭内の共食いなどを減らすことのできる食品である。これらの製品は幅広く使用されており、捕食動物に限らずあらゆる動物から支持を得ている。ジップ。
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
リングさん、いきなり物騒。
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
まあ動物じゃ共食いもまああるっちゃあるか。
Something about the case?
He knows almost everybody in this city. At least he used to once. Let's see if he still does.
Hello, boys. Now get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
おお、塩対応。
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
お、微妙にこう爪が尖ってるのと、左腕の二の腕の甲の方に入れ墨入ってんな。
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
リングさん、
Ah, it's
出会
going
っ
well
た
so
時の扉を
far.
思い出す。
ああ、確かにあの方向性だね。
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit.
あ、でも地味に薬指に、左手の薬指に指輪してる。
We haven't been anywhere.
っていうことは結婚してんのか
But
な。
we're going somewhere.
あと、警察署にいた犬は入れ墨かと思ったら、巻き毛がこう結構腕の中ほどぐらいまで生えてたパターンだったけ
How
ど、
deep is it?
こっちは腕きれいに脱毛してんのか、それとも生えてない種類なのか。
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell.
リング
Westler?
さん、手の甲
You've
的な。
dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, huh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself.
手の
That's how
甲
it
が
was for years anyway.
もうちょっと手ごつい方が俺は好きかな。
But now, he left
その
his
辺は
real
割と
estate,
性癖
the
的な
fish
部分が
racing
出るよ
clubs,
な。
the casinos and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kind of weird, bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this.
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
手に関しては、腕に関してはこの辺の角度の方が見やすいね。割とひょろいな。
It's always
まあ、あとある
about
程
lady.
度年いってるキャラだからってのもあるのか、
Well, there is a
なんか
woman.
微妙に皮膚のたるんでる感
I knew it.
がお好みかい？
Bad, not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
また尋ねるが、ああ、でも尋ねる前に一回
When
増
I
えた
first arrested him, he was barely 14 years.
チップスを見ておきたい。こっちも増えてんのか。最近どうも奴らの行動がおかしいらしい。まるで単純な欲求を満たすだけの単純なネズミ性中性母性を生きるために自分の掘るぐらいビジネスから手を引こうとしているかのようだ。そうすること自体は問題ないのだが、どうにも奴らしくない。骨とか血管が見えてる方がいいってのは同意。とてもよくわかる。ジップも年だな。今でもコネを持っており、いろいろと尋ねる価値のある男だが、時の経過は奴の見た目からも明らかだ。モングリールミックザマートアウラミックはイーブン・ウェスラーに雇われた手下の中でも特に悪名高い一匹である。世間に知られたあだ名もその残虐性を存分に反映している。サニーとマーティは以前にもミックと遭遇したことがあったが、いずれもご羽満足のまま抜け出すのは至難の業であった。5体じゃなくて5羽？でも鶏って足に羽生えてなくね？まあ、もも肉単位で言えば生えてるっちゃ生えてるか。
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've got to say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
オセロとゴリラ、
Baboon, not
マントヒ
gorilla.
ヒ。
Whatever.
Sonny, watch your beak.
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
しかしそもそもこの首からした人間の形態で手足に羽って生えてんのかな。脱毛の話ではなんか生えてるっぽい感じはあったけど、どっからどこまで羽が生えてるんだろう。へえ。
So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I
なん
mean,
かこういう風な甲高くてしわがれた声 何っぽいな、何かっぽいなって思ってたけど、若干こう千葉茂っぽいよね。私の可愛い毛玉ちゃん。
You didn't get any younger, pal.
にしてもお前老けたな。
You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
ああ、でも共食いとかこう捕食者被食者の関係があるってことは、時代によってはこの首から下が人体的な感じだった形態のままでも食われてた時代があるってことでもあるのか。
And landed on the stage of the millions almost immediately.
Is that so?
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice, makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old clique is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
いいな、ビジネスから手を引け、経営を部下に全部任せ。
Mongrel Mick.
やりてー。
Sound familiar?
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
オーナー業やりてー。仕事辞めてー。
Shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay, okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluck and will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
で結局クソファンだって言われとったのは彼でいいのかい。
When I first arrested
リングさん、オーナーってなんか憧れるよね。
The door didn't look like this last time.
なんかオーナーって呼ばれたい。
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
ドアを引っこ抜いてあのマントヒーに殴りかかってただろ。
Oh, yeah.
いいよね、客が少ない喫茶店でこうね、常連相手にほとんど趣味でやってるようなところで、今日も客が来ねえなみたいな感じでぼーっと過ごすのって昔は憧れたけどな、今考えるとぼーっと過ごすだけの間もこうスマホとか見ちゃいそうだから今はあんま憧れないか
Welcome to
な。
the club, partner.
理想っちゃ理想だけどな。
What's that smell?
You know, I don't want to know.
Zip once had Marty do the dishes because he tried to take off without paying. That was one of the best days of my life. Zip once had
こんなもんかここは。よし、ストーリーを進めよう。
普通だとは思う。
さすがにさ、客のいない喫茶店のオーナーとかっていう感じでも、ちょっと今ソシャゲやってるから待っててとかって客来て行ったらダメっしょ。ツアーリクラブ。お、また車だ。
midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently.
改めてこの絵面見るとシュールだ。
Defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main
おー、色が
attraction, the amazing
世界に色が。
Cops were never welcomed at places like this. hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the
霊長類コミュニティなんてものがあるのか。
community of Clawville.
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
ルイス
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what
ホ
was
テル
his
の
name?
2代目オーナーだっけ。
Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're
We are
reading my
cheering
mind,
for
boss.
that.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary chicken police back together?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. That's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main
メイ
event.
ンのイベントってのがこれからまた残ってるわけだ。このクラブでは。コウノトリの女。
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets.
And don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
今の Teach Me Master の後からは、スター・ウォーズのパロディかなこれ。お前がわしのように年を取り英知を身につければ、それらに何の価値もないことを悟れるじゃろう。これなんかマスターヨーダっぽいよね。
That was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
今のも。
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss.
Let's not bother.
話しかけられるわけじゃないんだ、このコウノトリは。新聞。
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
High quality
When they
newspaper.
wrote something about us daily.
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again.
Yeah, hilarious.
で、また世界観が若干増えたのかなあこれいつの間に増えたミリオンズでも注目のシンガーだったが、その後、イブンの庇護のもと、店のオーナーにまでなった。だが、彼女の過去については多くは知られていない。まだあるジップは数年前までイブンに情報を渡していた。当時は警察のチクリアもやっていたから、双方の動きをお互いに伝えていたのかもしれない。狡猾な野郎め。The Clawville Chronicle。 新聞ね、最も質が高く市民に愛読される新聞である。その名が広く知られており、グロービル市は植民地があるの外でも読まれている。なお、2話の勇敢なオンドリコンビチキンポリスに関する初めての記事を出したのも老子である。その記事を執筆したのがカモメ属記者の、ティモシー・ソルトウォーター塩水か。それ以来彼自身も一種の伝説と化している。こうソルトウォーターとかこう名字の方はなんかその動物の種類に基づいた関連するような言葉がつくっていう傾向があるのかね。報告と。
I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
何の広告だこれ。グロービルストーリー。犬。とバニーガールっぽいけどサイとかチーターとか。この世界のバニーガールってどうなってるんだろうな。
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry.
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
ペーパータイガーがハリコの虎か。
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
ハリコの虎っていう単語を昨日今日めちゃくちゃ耳にしてる気がするけど、やめておこう。入り口がこれ用心棒と看板。
One day neon signs will cover the whole world. I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science
で
fiction
も
book.
今のところ出てきてるウサギ、あのホテルの2代目オーナーだけだ
That's what I
ぜ。
think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny. Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
名前は
Howdy, pal.
これはなんだ羊か角からして。
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this
Gentlemen.
wonderful chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
おお、大
Apologies,
きく出
but
た
I don't
ね。
remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah, I've,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In
あ
that
あ、完
case,
全に会員制なんだ。
Yeah, right. Thanks.
my pleasure, gentlemen.
新機能を尋ねるがここでもか。
Look,
警官バ
I
ッジ。
really don't want any trouble, but
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang.
意外と乱暴者っぽい感じに囁かれてたけど、紳士的だね、この用心棒。
You have to understand.
Listen here, you cow.
あ、
Do you
牛
have
なん
any
だ。っ
idea who we are?
ていうことは角の形からして水牛とかそっちの方か
I
な。
know who you are, sir. I get the news and more. And I must admit, it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
oh my god, not the books again.
なんか言葉遣いがどっかの方言っぽいよ
So
ね。
it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use
メキ
force
シコとか
on you,
こっちの方。
gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
なんかスペイン語とかポルトガル語とかそっちの方の
No problem.
漢字
Shakespeare.
シェイクスピアっていうことはこの世界にはシェイクスピアがいるのか？
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
ムッシュって出るってことはフランス？
What can you tell me about
Oh.
the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
これで全部か。
Just one more thing. This list of yours. Where should we sign up again?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight.
うんだよね。
Anyway, thanks, pal.
何語なまりなんだろうねこれ。わかんねえけどわかる
That
っていう
fella's
風な
built
ま
like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to just sneak past him.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Okay. No trouble. I get it. It's okay.
なんかこうガタイのいい下っ端みたいなのが用心棒扱いされてるっていうので、まあアメリカベースだったらメキシコとかからの移民系なのかなって思ったけど、でショットガンを取り出すな。
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
警察署の前で一回出してたじゃん。
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to
シ
a
ャ
club?
ガン。
Was that a rhetorical question?
でこっからまたどっか行くのかな多分流れ的に。この3箇所か。どっか見てない場所か。話せる相手がまだいるのか。
Hey, big guy, what's your name again?
ああ、まだ名前聞いてなかったね。アーチボルト。ビルでも、ボブでもない。アーチボルト・ゴンウェイ。
Well, that's not a Bob.
名前からどこ系ってはわかんねえな。
Aren't you? What? No way. That's not even a real name.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, sir, but my name is Archibald Conway, without any doubt. Blackjack Conway to my friends.
絶対そのブラックジャックって殴る方のあれでしょ。
Well, thanks, Blackjack. It was a pleasure. We'll be on our way now.
アーチボルド・ブラックジャック・コンウェイ。あ、牛じゃなくて生牛とかってわけじゃなくてちゃんと羊なんだ。うん。で、詩人のように話だから、納屋のように腐り。喋り方は確かに丁寧だった。ツアリクラブの玄関を警備している大岩男、おそらくイーブン・ウェスラーの直属だ。それだけでなく十分な学と流暢な語彙力を有している。他にこうでき、あ、コンウェイっていう選択肢、まだ選んでなかったのか増えてるのか、どっち
Say,
だっ
big
たろう。
guy, is this your job? To stand in front of the club and keep out decent fellows like us all night?
Not entirely, monsieur. My employer has many other kinds of jobs for me. He is quite creative in his field, I must say.
Like?
Like?
Exactly.
Sorry, monsieur. I'm not,
Permitted to say anything more about the matter. Regulations, yeah, I know. This bullshit just gave me a headache.
so sorry to hear that, sir.
Jeez, look at that.
That's
あとなん
アーチボルト、スコットランド系に多い名前らしい。ウィキ
スコットランドか。 スコットランドもまたスコットランドなまりだとか赤毛だとか、まあ言われてるなんか文化的なのがあるっていうところまではわかるけど、それが具体的にどういうものなのかまではちょっと俺もわかんねえや。
Torture yourself, Sonny.
Maybe it would be worth it.
I think we'd be great gangsters in another life.
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss.
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
ルイスがキーマンか。
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he...
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
バニーっていう言い方は、
Me?
ちょっとカチンとくる言い方ではあるのかい？
What's wrong with you, Marty?
ってわけ、一般的にはそういうわけじゃないけど、個人的にカチンとくる感じ。
Did I say something wrong?
これで入り口行きゃいいのかね？
Let's just
not do.
Okay. Is Lucas really such a big fan?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste.
これで次はどうするんだ？あ、このポスターってさっき選べたっけ？
You know, seeing this.
The girls.
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering.
あ、やっぱ
Like the
正面にいた
model
センター
beauty in
の
this picture.
子はサイで合ってるん
Interesting
だ。
taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
ガタイいいのが
Thank
好み
the
なのかな？
wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
で、アーチボルトかな？じゃあ。
Sir,
おお、
how'd you
こ
do?
ういうことね。
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
L'archlamont, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
お二人さんがお庭さん
Pleasure
か。
to help you, as always.
リングさん、車の音リアルだなって思ったら害だった。
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight.
ジャズの響きバンドは見えなかったが、タバコの煙やこぼれたウイスキーの匂いのように、壁から音楽が染み出していた。バーの後ろに並ぶ綺麗なボトルが、可愛い歌姫たちのハーモニーとクリスタルグラスをカチンと鳴らす音を反射する。飲んでいなくてもほろ酔い気分を味わえるような場所だった。俺のようなものには危険な場所で、自分には場違いの場所だと意識していても、まるで我が家に戻ってきたような懐かしさを感じさせた。ツアーリへようこそ。さあ着いたぞ。
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ugh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
あれ？ああ、出た出た。大柄なおじか。確かにでけえわ。
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What?
狐の男に手下連中、映画のポスター。あ、こっちもいける。めちゃくちゃガンつけていらっしゃる方がいるじゃないか。めっちゃ見てるな。
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
なんか今出た、トロフィーの飲酒問題とかっていうことからあれかな、アルコール外来とかを進められる流れか、これは。
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge?
あ、自覚はあるんだ。
Trustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
こっちのメモ帳の方は特に何も増えてないのか。あれグラスが消えたってことはもう飲み干しちゃったが、今手元に持ってるってことか。バーテン
A man's best friend.
That's not a dog, Sonny. That's a horse. He just has a very weird mane.
I didn't mean him, Marty. I meant the boss.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, because that totally makes sense.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
あ、そこの白いの全部たてがみだったんだ。
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive,
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
尋ねる。
Tell me, hey breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks
おお、
yet.
やるね。
Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course.
しかしバーテンが今みたいにブルブル言ってるのなんか嫌だな。唾とか入りそうで。で、順番的にこっち向いてる彼行っちゃう？もうワンクッションを貸して。
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
My name is not Bojack. I tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack.
話しかけたくね
Hey, there's Fillmar.
え。イルマ
Who? Oh, yes. Philmar. Because that's what he calls
Philmar.
himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
人物紹介が増えたね。これは何の鳥？はやぶさ。平均的で記憶に残らない男。
The old hawk looks like shit if you ask
鷹の
me.
じいさん。
Just like looking into the mirror. Well, well.
Well,
This is the
well,
great
well.
detective, Marlowe.
名探偵マーロ。
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
羽毛枕マフィアってのがあるのかよ。
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out.
まあでも味は似てるんじゃない
Like someone who
味
sat
は。
on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
どっちもよく人類に食われてる鳥ではあるから。
5 feet tall, half of that legs, angelic voice.
なんかこう食用の搬入口に紛れ込んでみたいなんだったら、ターキーでも鶏でもまあ同じところから入れるかもしれないね。
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about it before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
I'll be back. お、イベントが始まった。まだ他の子全員に話してるとかではないんだけど。ああ、でもフィールドの話しかけられる相手が増えたのかな。ああ、彼らか。この二人か。まあ一番右に来ちゃったから順番に話しかけていく流れのままで良さそうかな。
Pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
正直俺はこの頭から上が獣、首から下が人間っていう風な
I was hoping to have missed the
のは
main
まあ異形頭は好きだけどこう
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
獣ってわけではないんだけどさ、これ逆に獣の人が
jam.
プレイしたら
But what?
こうめちゃくちゃ来るものがあるのかね。
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored.
But, you know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
これあれピアノになんかのロゴ入ってんな。拡大できなかったけど、こっからならいけるか。ああ、この距離ではわかんないな。狐の男。
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
この二人は話しかけられないんだ。で、下連中。
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
映画のポスター。
Huh. Another lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius.
なんか動物っていうことでこう表情が微妙にある分だけ
Chicken bumps. But wait,
こ
who's that next to him?
うまああれ映画の前のカメラの、頭カメラの男はなんかあだ名あったっけ。 みたいなのとはまた別のジャンルっていう感じあるよね。
Never heard of her.
Cassandra
でも頭から上が鳥類だけに関しては
Even her name
どうしてもこう笑い飯の鳥人を思い出しちゃっ
Watch your
て、
blood pressure, pal.
なんかジャンルが
me. Just
あ、映画泥棒だ、映画泥
and
棒
them guns are my only weakness.
みたいなのとはまた違うジャンルって感じあるよね。いや、頭が鳥類なのだけ、鳥類に限ってはこう笑い飯の鳥人のネタを思い出しちゃって、なんかそのかっこいいかっこ悪いじゃなくてコメディ枠に若干こう片足突っ込んじゃう感じがあるんだよな。
Yep, just like life.
鳥人だねってやつ。あれ何年前だっけ？でもあれも結構前よな。
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case. And
Hey, Marty,
what? Yeah?
I don't give a shit.
しかし犬と鳥とかこの世界ではこう異種族の恋愛とかっていうのはまあある程度普通にある感じなんだね。
Good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that precisely?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her.
今のこうポスター見てった映画も全部こう元ネタとかがあるのかな。ちょっと分かんなかったけど。でイブンとイブンに連れ添う女。
That woman with Ibn.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
性別とかはこう顔だけで見分けられてんのかな、それとも服装で見分けてんのかな、この世界。
すいません、女性だった。
で彼がイブン。
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
あ、映画のポスターじゃない。
Just
話し
act
かけていいのか？
nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
One now?
Olivia?
Olivia?
No,
Got it.
Marty.
あー、連れ合ってる女の方が知った顔だったんだ。
Olivia.
あ、知った顔だったっていうことにして言ったわけだ。
Are you talking to me?
本当に知ってるの？
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The roaster coppers in person.
おんどりおまわり、語呂がいい
Chicken
な。
police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
お庭さんだけど今ボーイズって言ったから結構
So,
年下っていうか
what pleasure, gentlemen.
Yeah, so,
年上感あるな。
just in the neighborhood, and
お姉様感？
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood red paint. The usual stuff.
しかし多分カラスなんだろうけど、カラスとネズミの組み合わせってこう都会の街の厄介者的な組み合わせではある
I
な。
don't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest,
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtar.
昨日ハム太郎司法長官
If you would excuse us.
だからハム太郎っていう名前は日本人的にもうギャグの方にしか行かないんよ。
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
司法長官だろ。お前を裁いてやるのだ。
At your service.
ちょっと手がかりのこの方であるハム太郎司法長官早く出てきてくんねえから。フィルマーのやつは事件に関係するナターシャの情報を知っているようだが、俺が彼女と会うまで話すつもりはないようだ。少し緊張しているようにも見える。どうやらかなりの大事らしい。大事らしい。これはさっきのハヤブサの探偵の方かな。うん。びっくりマーク出てるの見逃してたね。今はフィルマーの名前で通っているこいつとは黒ビル以前の頃から知り合っている旧知の中でこの町で最も優れた私立探偵であり、私立探偵らしくこの町の司法とは仲が悪い。つまりハム太郎と仲が悪いのか。うん、それでも、黒ビルで今でも信頼できる数少ない一話だ。ホバール・イブン・ウェスラー、ネズミのオス、男前でカリスマ性もあるがギャングのクセ野郎でもある。これがカラスのオリビア・ブラッグウィグ。カラス族にしては背の高く細身の女性。口数の少ないミステリアスな動物。アシスタント兼エスコート役。ビジネス以上の関係があるのかどうかは調べてみるのも役に立つかもしれない。で、尋問の時間
Nice
だ。
bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
新機能尋問ってもう一回出た。増えたのか選択肢が。
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately.
まあネズミだし兄弟は多いだろうな。
And now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
街のアンティークの家具っていうのは悪口だよ
A
な。
bit worn out.
少し、
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective. But the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course. But the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective. If you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive her, detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
これで全部か。
Don't be shy, detective. Ask me anything.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Let's see.
こっちにはもう何も話せないか。
Memories are returning.
Geez, just spare me the dirty details.
お
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
しかし正面側はいつ見てもシュールだ。あー、尋問パートこれか。脅迫について聞いたときどう思われましたか？印象はトリッキー。
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
おー、この笑った感じの目いいな。
No,
不動の正面感、昔は一切出てこなかったけどな。なんかのスペシャルの時に正面側が公開されたんだよな、あれ。 興味湧いてきたがあれを脅迫と。
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
仕事は何をか、なんで警察を呼ばなかったか。仕事
You seem a
かな
very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
リウムさん、笑い方好き。
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business.
肉代用品事業のシェア。
Maybe we can make your job easier.
俺あれじゃね、さっき喫茶店、ダイナーで話した虫の子供をどっかに拉致って肉にしてるっていう話とつながるんじゃね？
You mean reduce predation?
代用品じゃなくて本当に肉使っちゃってますよ的な。
Plans,
でも虫だと肉って呼んでいいのかどうか微妙だから
Thank you. That's it
お
for
っしゃっ
now.
た。でも刑事メーター信頼度は上がった。このクラブはあなたのものですか？口が重いですね。アリバイはありますか？口が重いかな？
You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler, though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business, and even happier to talk about art. But I'm no fan of interrogation on a night out. Are you even on duty?
Sorry for any offense, Mr. Wessler. Let's talk about something else.
やっぱ鳥とは違って哺乳類は目の動きがある分表情が豊かだね。
Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
ナターシャとは近い関係か？過去にナターシャが似たような出来事危険だと感じたか？ここにはよく来るか？過去に起こったことに類似の事件はなかったかが一番自然だよな。
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies, or insane
サイコパスのピアニストまた限定してきたね。
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clover's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
でもやっと信頼度が真ん中までは来た。関係は良好か？物事をはっきりしてくれ。一番下は明らかに短期の相手にはよろしくないだろう。ファンの一人が犯人。
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit?
っていう風にでもポージングだけでも言っておこう。
Rejection, maybe.
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha, but he's more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type.
ハム太郎さん容疑者だったよ。
It's not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of
ハム太郎
everybody
さ
else.
ん。
About half the city, actually.
I get it.
リウムさん、うせやろ。
ハム太郎さん第一容疑者になっちゃった。
リウムさん、ごめんなのだ。
さすがに脅迫状は許されることではないのだ。署までご同行願うの
Would
だ。
you be willing to testify at the station?
You're joking, right?
Maybe I can get you an invitation. Believe me, you'd love it. The coffee's good, but the chairs are kind of uncomfortable.
殴らないでほしいのだっていう風な虐待される側なのはどっちかというと現代のゼンダーモンの方なのだ。
Peculiar sense of humor.
我々の古いおじいさん世代にはハム太郎さんは公式君を虐待する立場であったのだ。
さん、豚ないでだったわ。
Yeah, I guess you're right.
「 ナターシャは身の危険を感じながらも一人で時間を。どっちも同じような意味だから、まあ下行っちゃうか。
Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since
あ
this started.
こっちだとなるほどあれ、彼女の方を疑ってるっていう意味合いになるの
You
か。
know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
ギャンブルナイト。
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
ルーレットか。
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
意外と話盛り上がってねえかこれ。
We meet your lady.
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
お、話が進んだ感がある。最終的な考え。それでいい。昔通りとはいかないが、これは1回目と同じか。
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
おお。これも公式ホームページで出てきた画像だ。ときめいちゃった？今明らかにドクンっていう演出入ってるな。お、尻尾が出てる。
Sonny. Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed.
おお、色がついた。
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
あれ、ネズミのウェスラー見たときは顔ちっちゃいなって思ったけど、それ以上にナターシャ顔ちっちゃいな。
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
おお、なんか有能そう。
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
あと画面の右下の方で尻尾がめちゃくちゃ揺れてる。俺で隠れてるのか。俺が自分が傾いてもある程度自動でこう戻ってくるように設定しちゃってるんだよな。
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone.
20分後に上にある私の寝室でお会いしましょう。おー、1話で来てください。
Hey.
understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause. Then
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her.
あ、もう上に行くんだ。割と飛んだな。彼女を見た途端に厄介なものであることが分かった。危険な香りを漂わせていたからだ。蛾が光に引き寄せられるように、俺も彼女に魅了された。彼女が歌を口ずさむ時のマイク、陳腐なロマンス小説を彼女が読んでいる時に足を乗せる枕に、彼女の大理石のような柔らかな腹をわっとかろうじて覆うナイトドレスになりたかった。だが俺は警官だ。あのような女性が完璧なメイク顔とは裏腹に、隠し持つような世界から逃れることは一生かかってもできないだろう。距離を保つんだ、ダニー。近寄りすぎるな。大理石のように滑らかな肌っていうのは、毛が生えてない部分に関して、でも大理石のようなっていうことは色質感的にはこう毛皮の質感が大理石なのか。わかんない。イブンの話はもういい。あったから顔写真がイラストから写真に変わったのかな、これは。それとレスラー。まず絵画。わあ、ヌードだ。
That is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
尻尾生えてる位置は人間の尾てい骨と同じなんだろうけど、生えてる根元から毛が生えてるのか、それともその周りの部分を脱毛を意図的にしてるのか、どっちだろう。首の方はこうグラディエーションでなってるから、こうどっかラインを決めてというわけではなさそうだね。シャンデリア。
Beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know.
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
と鏡と出口。出口は選んじゃうと本当に出ていっちゃうパターンかな。
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. This woman's aware of her charm.
自分の魅力を認識していて使い方もわきまえている
Dangerous combination.
か。
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
ああ、あれか。重度のアルコール依存症患者はもう酒の飲み方っていうと、ラッパのりかグラスにちゃんと入れるかっていう風に二択になってくるっていうあれか。
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
新しい個体情報。尋問と。
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
「印象は自信か。
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
写真が大胆っていうのと、部屋がとても優雅。まあ気になるのは写真の方だよな。よっぽど自分大好きでもない限り、自分のヌードの写真なんて部屋に貼ろうとは思わないよな。
Come on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me.
っていうか他人どころかちゃんとそういう風なこうプロのグラビアとかの写真でもこう肌色面積あんまりにも多すぎるのはちょっと部屋には貼りたくないと思うよ俺は。男だけど普通にこうねこうエロゲとかのポスター貼ってるようなタイプのオタクの気持ちがマジでわからん。ファンが脅迫者である可能性はとイブン・ウェスラーがどんな人かした。
What can you tell me about Ibn Wessler?
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
ダメ出しされたわ。 バカな女っていう風に含まれちゃ多分ダメだろう。事業についてどの程度ご存
How much
知？
do you know about Ibn's business dealings?
More than most wives do. About as much as lovers would, but not that much.
Maybe that's smart of you, maybe it's the opposite. In any case, you get the Clawville tone.
What do you mean?
Well, I've worked in a lot of cities and a lot of countries, ma'am. But the art of beating around the bush is masterful here. And you're a true artist.
I take that as a compliment, Mr. Featherland.
It was meant to be one, Miss Katsenko.
接し方はいかがと関わってるとしたら、パートナーの行動と脅迫の間に相関関係は見られませんか？これだな。
Don't you see a correlation between your partner's activity and the threats?
That's a disappointing cop-like question.
ダメ出しされたわ。
Yes, but you're different. You're too rough on the outside and too vulnerable on the inside for a regular cop.
Am I that transparent?
A little bit. My eyesight's better than most.
Seriously, Natasha, don't you worry about the possibility of a connection?
Of course I worry about it. I'm not stupid. Those who are clever learn to fear. I learned at a young age, before I even had the chance to live.
Gee, well, thank you for your honesty. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard
これ点数結構低い気がするな。
Be scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
具体的にはどんな脅しであったか。
What was in those threats exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
私のような女性を形容する言葉って言ったら？
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
あー、そっちね。
Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message.
まあそれも悪口なんだろうけど、正直この俺は思ったよりもこのハードボイルドな世界観の回りくどい会話っていうのが苦手らしくてな、めんどくせえっていうふうに思った。
Well, thank you for your honesty.
ハードボイルドっていうジャンルに苦手なイメージは今まで持ってなかったんだけどね。どっちかっていうとさっきも会話に出てきた武骨っていう風な部分ではむしろ好きな方だと思ったんだけど、この回りくどい会話に関しては苦手な方かもしれない。目立たないようにした方がいいと思う。彼がここにいるのは君のため。危険な関係と関連性。犯人を見ていない。まあ何度もってことは犯人が見られた目撃談とかあって叱るべきよな。っていう風なことを言うとまた警察官っぽすぎるってダメ出しをされるのかな。あ、でもこれはいい、よかったみたい。
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love
攻略に関しては融合と多分このゲーム分岐とかはないから最終的には大丈夫だろうっていう風な打算もあるっちゃある。
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you, not like the chicken police pulp fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Oh, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
なんかこういう風なこう事件を解きつついい感じの関係みたいなのを映画とかでも見てると、それはまあ解決してからゆっくりやってくれりゃいいから、目の前に事件に集中しないみたいなことを思っちゃうのよね、俺。ファンでもなければ身内の仕業でもない。もしくは暗い過去の昔の相手、もしかして夫。暗い過去昔の相手、もしかして日本語訳が不自然ってことはこっちではない。メタ読みだ。
Who do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
The proof of the pudding?
成功法でいけないなら他の方法で行くのがね。うん。
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
遠回しに言うのはやめて、なぜモリーを知っているんですか？
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really
あ
know.
あ、そうだ、こいつ奥さんの名前聞いてきたんだ。
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse too? Forgive
じゃあ
me,
なお
but
さら
I
イチャ
don't
こい
think
てる
so.
場合ではないんじゃないのかい？
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
私を最初からしたでしょう。私に何をしてほしいんだ。俺も最初からしたでしょう。不自然だから上かな。
Exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes.
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
尋問ランクはこのランク4のそれでいいっていうメッセージが見たことねえな、まだ。
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town.
ロチェスター通り37番地フラワータウン。
I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
メモった。
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets.
聞いたことないよ。
I knew you would understand.
このキャラクターがいたからこの猫耳のアバターもありかなって思ったけど、思った以上にこう分かり合えないタイプだったな。
Look, Natasha, you know,
Please, this is very important to me.
sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
場合によっちゃこのキャラめちゃくちゃ気に入ってこう古い言い方だとゴロニャン的な感じになるっていうパターンもありかなとは思ってたけど、思った以上に分かり合えなかった。自分の別荘で招待してきたよ。バイタと書かれただけだった。訪ねるツアーリクラ
Why
ブ。
did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
ああ、ツアーリクラブってロシアっぽい名前なのはあれかな。もしかして猫の種類がロシアンブルーとか？
Guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom.
目の色はグリーンだけど毛並みはロシアンブルーっぽい感じのだよね。ロシアンブルーの特徴っていうのが詳細に言えばどういう感じなのかってまでは知らないけど、なんとなくのイメージで。
Here? No, absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful. And
There's some truth to that.
where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves. And whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
言われてから聞いてみれば確かにロシアなまりっぽい発音ではある気がしないでもない。
I could not seek you out in person.
ドイツなまりとかなったらまあイメージつきやすいけど、ロシアなまりっていまいちこう具体的なイメージ湧かないんだよな。
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one. May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way? Yes, I...
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
So this message.
お、今のはトロフィーなのか。
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
You're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Well, thank
羊
you
男。
for
ああ、
your
確かに。
special-
オス羊じゃなくて羊男なんだな、ここは。
Don't mention it.
羊男って言われるとあれ、村上春樹の羊を巡る冒険を思い出すけど。
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she...
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. This woman's a...
下水話になっちゃうけど、この世界こう男女関係とかっていう問題点にこの元となった首から上の動物の種類的にこういろいろどうなってるんだろうな。哺乳類同士ならまだいいとして、鳥類と哺乳類って行為まではギリいけたとして、子供どうなるんだ？なんか半世紀も経ったらとんでもねえキメラだらけのキメラだらけの国になってそう誇り高きストボニア国民の故郷たるこの痩せ細った地では主に捕食動物や大型猫科が暮らしている。クローベルとストボニアの関係は歴史及び財政からギクシャクしたものとなっている。先の肉体戦において最も多くを失ったのがストボニア帝国であったが、多くの動物がストボニアこそ第二次肉体戦の引き金になり得るとし、現代世界にも最も大きな影を落とす脅威として認識しているのも事実である。ってことはその対戦、まあ多分現実における第一次第二次世界大戦レベルの第二次はまだ起きてないっていう世界戦なわけね。多くの動物から狐の王と称されるヘクター探偵はフォロワー王朝の最大王朝なんだにあたる。クロービルは国土こそ狭いが、国土は自然界において最も強い影響力を有する動物の一角である。これはクローベルの重要性というよりは遠方の植民地の豊かさによる権力である。ということはイギリスみたいな感じなのかな。
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
仮に根血が可能だったとして何世代も重ねた末にどうなっていくのか普通に気になるね。
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
これでほとんどこのシーンは見終わったかな。ん？出口。
Well,
weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
まあ猫と鶏だもん
Who
な。
knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next
しかも R 中気味っていうことはレバーがフォアグラみたいになってんじゃねえのかい？
Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
ウェスラーがいない。オリビアは残ってる。
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler?
you don't beat around the bush, man.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
寝てないってよかったね。
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
お、尋ねるが増えた。
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Kutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like...
Look, Olivia, you know, last time...
Please, Marty, there's no need.
Yes, there is. I know I wasn't a gentleman, and I know I should have called you, but I was young and...
You don't have to explain. I wasn't waiting long for your call. I forgot about it fast.
That's good to hear, I suppose.
なんか思ったより情けないな。うん。ああ、出ていっちゃって。こっから追うっていう流れなのかな。ああ、でも出ていったんなら手下連中は
My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
なんだっけこの動物の名前。なんか特徴的な見た目してるからなんかどっかで見た覚えはあるんだけど思い出せん。種類ちゃんと出てっかな。ガブレール、ひき肉やアンリボーズ、大山猫か。
Listen, pal. Maybe if,
Did I stutter, chicken? Get lost.
この鉛もロシア鉛のなのかな。
Remember that old case with the fox and the raven?
how could I even...
Absurd, right?
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial instincts, no matter how civilized they seem.
As you say, Monty.
特にあとはメッセージの変化がなけれ
I
ば。
love Laura, and I swear I'm gonna marry her one day. But I gotta admit, that Natasha woman has turned even my head.
I wouldn't mess with Laura if I were you, pal. Wouldn't even think about it. There are few women as dangerous as her. And not just because she's a predator.
ローラは捕食動物の側なん
You're
だ。
telling me. That girl is...
She's just looking at anyone who's glass.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me like...
Marty, you're imagining things. Oh, wait a second.
You see that, right? She's looking right at us with those big, black, weird squirrel eyes.
Okay, Marty, don't panic. And just look elsewhere and walk away slowly.
Creepy little squirrel girl.
どういうことだ。
So, Have you talked to
ああ、
Natasha?
そうだ。話したら話しかけてこいって言ってたもん
In
ね。
fact, yes. She was kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway.
You're too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not
新しい品物。
Wow.
なんか証拠品か。
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case.
持ち物は確か矢印キーの右だっけか。
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers.
鳥だけに鳥肌って
You're safe
か。
while I'm here.
どう
Okay, okay, I didn't say anything.
任務さん、文化の違いで伝わらないことありそう。こんなにかん。
多分結構あると思うよ。あれあれ鍵なんてあったっけ
Come to daddy, darling. We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
酒に話しかける。ね
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
なんかあれ、千鳥がやってたよな。お笑い芸人の。千鳥の大悟がレモンサワーに向かって話しかける男っていうネタ。
Touche.
ネタかあれは。
Good birdie.
で、尋問と。
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point. We stepped into it, didn't we?
That's an understatement. All of these names,
載ってる名前
Belong
が
to the upper crust. Yeah, I noticed.
it's only some sex cult, if you're lucky.
うーん。
Don't even go there, Marty.
Yeah, all right.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey,
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be.
これで全部か。
Take care of yourself, old bird.
You're one to talk.
で、増えた証拠物件が手がかり。結構バンバン増えてたよね。まずリスト。上流階級の動物。 あ、フィルマーはナターシャに雇われていたようだが、足元が炎上する前に事件から手を引いたようだ。で、場所。これが例の別荘ね。流れ的にはまあ、普通に、マップに戻ってからそのフラワービルの別荘に行けるようになってるね。あ、ホテルには行けないようになってるから、普通にシーンは動いたみたいだね。じゃあ、あと、残ったバーテンに会話内容が変わってないかだけ
Where did Mr. Wessler go?
調べてと。
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face. But I wouldn't tell you even if I did.
Really? Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of sh...
Anything else, dear sirs?
よし、じゃあ、2時回っちゃったし、今日はまあ一段落っていうことでこの辺にしておくか。よし。というわけで、本日もお付き合いいただきありがとうございました。まあ結構話が、情報量が多いから早くプレイしないと間何日も空けちゃうと忘れちゃいそうだから、これに関してはできるだけこう日にちを空けないでバンバンやっていこうと思います。というわけで多分明日もやるだろうから、まあ、聞こえたか。まあ、よかったら次もまた来てくださいね。じゃあ、ご縁があったらまた会いましょう。お疲れ様でした。じゃあね。